Greetings and salutations. So today, boys and girls, we're talking about a book. That's right, a book. Because you know why? Reading, it's good for you. Go figure. But in all seriousness, the reason why we're talking about a book, because it's not just any book. It's the Elder Scrolls book. And I found this book because I thought to myself, I need to read more fictional work. Now, I do read a lot as well as play games, but I tend to read more non-fiction work. And fictional work is a different exercise than mine. It's an exercise of your imagination and your vocabulary, but that's what ultimately playing video games are. It's a different exercise in the mind. It's exercise of your reflexes, exercise of your puzzle solving skills, even though a lot of moms would disagree with all the things that I'm saying, but I think of it as an exercise. So the Elder Scrolls book, there's two of them. The first one's called The Infernal City, and the second one is called Lost Souls, and they go together. So the story is about this floating city which is gobbling up souls on Cyrodiil, and the story takes place a few years after Oblivion. And the main character, for the most part, revolves around a character named Prince Atrebus. And Prince Atrebus has been this groomed prince, which he's been made to be an icon in front of the people, made to be a hero, and he really discovers he's a paper champion. You know, he's been groomed by his father just to really stroke his ego and to be something that uplifts the people, but when he, gets to the substance of himself and things that people expose about him, he's not really all that, and he really wants to be that person that people write about and people talk about, and being able to stop this floating city is really the test of being the person that he wants to be. Now, the good part of this book is that it's well written, it's a pretty good storyline, and if you're an Elder Scrolls fan, you'll really, I think, enjoy this. I give it about an 8 out of 10 if you're an Elder Scrolls fan, 5 out of 10 if you're not an Elder Scrolls fan, and I'll tell you why later. But it's great to see a lot of familiar elements of the Elder Scrolls, such as the Umbra Sword, Daedric Princes, the different races, Argonians, Khajiits, and I just felt like I was playing another Elder Scrolls game. And when I came back and played Morrowind, Oblivion, and Skyrim, I felt like I just appreciated the game so much more, because that's ultimately what playing the Elder Scrolls is about. They're not video games. They're virtual worlds which you immerse yourself and you get that totality of that experience. And it really just reminds me of the Dragonlance books, where they had the Dragonlance books, the role-playing game, and the movie, though the movie was crap, but I still watched the movie and I still enjoyed it, even though it was crap, because I was a Dragonlance fan. Or something like Lord of the Rings, which there's a movie, the books, and there's also video games. It's just experiencing that world on different levels. Now, the bad point of this is that if you're not an Elder Scrolls fan, you might not really enjoy this book. I give it about a 5 out of 10, as I mentioned, because they really just assume that you are an Elder Scrolls fan if you're reading this book. I mean, it makes sense from a marketing perspective, but they don't explain what a Khajiit is. They don't explain some of the background of the lore in Cyrodiil, and that can be a bit of a hindrance in terms of enjoying the book. And it is a bit of a short read. I mean, even though both books are about 200 pages, it was a fairly easy read, which is good because all different age groups can read it and enjoy it. But I felt it went quite quickly, and I actually wanted more. So, a good point is I think it's great if you're an Elder Scrolls fan and really enjoy this series, and because it extends upon those things. And the bad point is that if you're not an Elder Scrolls fan, you might not enjoy it. So, but ultimately, I think that if you're an Elder Scrolls fan, if you like Skyrim, if you like Oblivion, if you like Morrowind, Arena, Daggerfall, all those things, I think you'll really enjoy this. So get off your butt, read a book. It's good for you. Read a book, you lazy bum.
Ah!